Hello, hello, hello. So, I want to speak on how it seems like everyone out here claims that, they're trying to find the one, they're trying to find their husband, their wife, but it's no success. And they're like, oh man, maybe I'll just be single. And, it's a lot of people out here, and I'm watching mainly on social media and also in real life, co-workers, friends, like everyone acts like, yeah, I wish I can be married. Everyone wants marriage, right? Even though we constantly see many downfalls of relationships, everybody breaking up after so long. It seems like people getting used out here. It seems like the main ones that are cheating are married people. I mean, it's a lot going on out here, right? But yet you see so many people that say, I just want to be married. I want to have my life partner. And at the end of the day, I think people don't realize what it means when you're actually with someone until death. And to be honest, I think most people, in my opinion, are not really ready for that, cannot handle that, and are not ready for that. Maybe later in life they will be, who knows. I've always said, and a lot of people disagree with me, but I've always said, in my opinion, people marry so young, including myself. I married at a young age as well. People marry so young, and then, you last for so long. Then all of a sudden you get a divorce. So now you're in your 30s maybe, close to 40. You get a divorce, blah, blah. And then, from what it seems like, people go through the single stage, dating stage. And there are people that ends up maybe 50s, whatever, finally meeting someone that they're like, wow, okay, I can be with this person until death. So I've always told people, like, people just marrying so young and they're not even ready to really last with someone until death. And people don't think about this. People see relationships as, okay, there's puppy love. You look on TikTok, you look on Instagram, you see couples, they're cooking together, they're going out together, they're having fun. Okay, as you should be. But when you're talking about marriage at a young age or whatever, and I say young, maybe under 35, there's not too many people. Some people can, but most people don't realize you're not ready. And that's why you end up getting divorced. Maybe one of you is ready, maybe. Or in a lot of cases, both of you not. Because in marriages, you haven't fully grown to be yourself yet. When you marry young, you don't fully know. I mean, the things I liked in my 20s, the things that inspired me in my 20s, hell, I didn't discover till 30s. The things I appreciate, you don't appreciate till later. Even your hobbies change. Hobbies, your thoughts about life, your thoughts about death. And I mean, people just don't really, they become infatuated with a person. They like a person, they love a person. Yes, you like that person, you love that person, but they don't look at the actual qualities that it takes to stay with that person for the rest of your life. And let me tell you, it's way more than physical. It's way more than attraction. Attraction is a part of it, but it's way more than that. Way more. I've never really had short-term relationships. I've always had long-term relationships, marriage, whatever. So I definitely know what it takes to death, to be with that person to death. Let's put aside attraction, physical attraction for a moment. Look at the characteristics that's really gonna make or break the relationship. Because we all know, however your relationship is with just the two of you, let's say it's just the two of you, no kids, you're clingy, maybe one of you want to see each other every day, you want to text, talk on the phone all the time. If somebody goes 6 hours without talking to you, you go crazy. This is the stuff I'm seeing on social media. I'm actually seeing guys, women nearly cry, have a panic attack because, I haven't heard from him all day. Is he playing with me? And it's like, wow, but you really want marriage? You can't go all day, like you have no life. You can't go 6 hours without this person texting you back. You can't go a whole day and you just think about this person, think about this person. You must don't have no hobbies, no life, nothing interesting going on in your mind for you to just constantly negatively think about this person who says they like you. They say they may even love you, but you're upset, you're mad, you're panicking because they haven't texted you back or called you back. Like, this is the things I'm seeing, and I'm shaking my head because these are the same people that say, I want marriage, I want commitment. No. I don't know if it's society that's making them want this or what. Do you really want this? Why not just date? Just date, enjoy your time. If y'all do last, okay, great. But I'm sorry, most likely, let's be realistic. I'm very realistic. You're dating in your 20s, whatever. You like each other, you love each other. It may take, people don't realize, it can take 15 years. Maybe y'all will last 10 years, maybe. Let's not forget kids. It may take 1 kid, 2 kids, and this is being realistic. Then after all this happens, then y'all realize, this ain't gonna work. And you walk away. Divorce, break up, whatever. That is the most likelihood. Because why? I mean, it's not nothing necessarily bad, but the bad part is that it takes marriage and kids, especially kids, for people to realize, okay, nope, I'm walking away. And then you walk away. When honestly, you could have walked away a long time ago. You just ignored the red flags. But, which is understandable because you're young. But while you're young, maybe instead of focusing so much on marriage, maybe you should be focused more on yourself and self-growth. And then whatever happens. Because most likely, when you're in your 20s and you're focusing on self-growth, you're stacking your money, you're stacking your paper, you're focusing on your career or whatever, or it can be self-improvement, not even financial. You can focus on your self-esteem or go into therapy, start doing therapy, working out, building your body how you want. When you start self-improving, things naturally gonna happen anyway. So if a person come into your life, y'all date, relationship, you're still doing your self-improving, so y'all will actually have a healthy relationship, way more healthier than if you're not so focused on this person, right? Because when you're self-improving, you start dating someone, that person may not text you back. You're not going to go crazy. You're not going to yell. Let's say you find out he's dating someone else. Okay, you're not going to go crazy about it. You're just going to say, okay, well, it depends. Have he lied to you about it? If he lied, then you let him go. Okay, well, have a nice life, whatever. Nothing is going to faze you that much because you're focusing on yourself anyway. You're like, okay, whatever. So you automatically, whoever comes into your life, if they're really about you, they're really about you. And you're going to tell because you're focused on yourself and that person's still there and they're treating you in a good way. It's a healthy relationship. And that will not happen all the time. So that's how you know it's real, right? Because most people that's going to come in your life, they're going to be gone probably by 6 months anyway, right? So if people just do that more, I think it'll be less divorces, less kids. I mean, people think they want this marriage so bad. I want to be with this person for the rest of my life. And they don't realize what that entails. You want to be with somebody for the rest of your life, but you're not even looking at the things that them and you do that requires to actually stay together for the rest of your life. And I don't know why a lot of married couples don't tell people this, but they don't really tell people all the things that goes into staying with the person. There's definitely less pride. Somebody is going to have to let down that pride a lot of times when you're with somebody, right? You got to think about, if I'm with this person for the rest of my life, we're going to have to go through death together, family death, friend death, whatever. Grieving. You don't know how this person is going to grieve. You don't know how you're going to grieve, right? These are the things people don't think about when you're talking about the rest of your life, because how many people, there's a lot of people divorced, broke up after someone died because that grief, everyone handles it differently. So you have death, you have even kids. If you have kids, what happens if one of the kids is a troubled child, child, and it takes a whole lot of toll on your relationship, a whole lot. You don't think about that. So you got to think about how do you both handle the kids together? How does this person act when they're angry? That's a factor in spending the rest of your life. Do this person lash out all the time? Do they cuss you out all the time? Are they able to handle their emotions when they're angry? Right? Things like this is what matters for the rest of your life. If you want to stay with this person for the rest of your life, you have to think about things like this. And people don't. People are just infatuated with this person right now, but they don't look at what it takes. Their morals. How are they with morals? Do they stand for something? Because if you're with someone that don't really have that many morals, like they don't really stand for a lot of things, they kind of just go with the flow with everything, then how they're going to act when you're low on money? You got to pay the bills, but they're giving their money to help a friend out or something. Like, things like that matter. Things like that comes up in a marriage. This is stuff they're not telling. Married people are not telling you this. These are things you have to think about. When you say, am I really ready for marriage? Or am I just excited about the wedding? Maybe I'm just excited about the wedding. And yes, financial, the way a person is disciplined is a factor as well in spending the rest of your life. If you're with someone who's reckless, not disciplined, and when I say discipline, do this person be on time at work? Just little factors can tell you if they're disciplined. How do they handle their money? I mean, you don't have to know everything, but you can kind of tell if this person is a big spender, big spender, but then they got to take a loan out next week. Oh, I'm going to buy these new shoes, but next week I'm taking out this loan. Because if you're not a disciplined person, and you don't have to be perfectly disciplined, but if you're too reckless, if you're always filling out a loan, that matters in a relationship. That matters in a marriage of staying together, because you're dealing with home, cars, and if you're with a person not disciplined, hell, y'all probably lose y'all house together in the future. Y'all may lose y'all cars. Do this person have addictive personalities? That matters in a marriage. If they're a gambling addict, if they can't stop gambling, if they're always gambling, then whoa. I've known plenty of people that lost it all because of gambling. And that kind of goes hand in hand with discipline. How disciplined are they? Do they have to smoke? Have they never took drugs? Do they know how to limit their alcohol? Or do they have to drink every day? Discipline. That's something people do not think about. They're just infatuated with their girlfriend or boyfriend, but they don't think about this. How disciplined is this person? How do they handle parenting? What morals do they have? How are they when they're angry? All this you have to think about. And I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not. It's not easy at all. And I've dealt with maybe almost all them situations before. And yes, it can really make and break a relationship. That's why having kids, you see people that have been together for years and they can finally have a kid or two and they finally broke up. Because actually, someone knew that the relationship wasn't working, but they don't want to leave. They don't leave for whatever reason. But after them kids, because kids will test you, that's a test. There's some things that will actually test your relationship. And if you guys are not already solid, it's really going to break you. Having kids is one of those. People think having kids will help the relationship. No. It's going to test your relationship. Maybe if you have a bad relationship, maybe one kid won't be that bad, but usually when people have number two, a lot of them break up and leave. Yeah. And it's not really because of the kid, but having the kid kind of brings out, it kind of wakes you up like, hello, you don't see how bad this relationship has been for a long time? It wakes that up, you know? It wakes that up. And so that's why I wish like more people would focus on self-improvement when you are younger, rather than being so quick to just be in this committed relationship, so quick to want to be married. And it's like you just have no idea how unready you are. You are not ready at all. If you're whining, I'm seeing on social media, if you're whining because you can't talk to this person all the time, then you are not ready. You are not ready. You will not last 10 years in a marriage. If you're that clingy, if you expect a person to not have a life besides you, like if your partner can't go work out, hang out with friends, go to families, because there's already not enough time in the day, right? I mean, who would want that? Who would actually want their partner to just not do anything? They just go to work, come home, and they're just sitting there looking at the wall all day. Really? That's not even attractive. You can control that person probably, but as far as attraction, and no. How is that attractive? Like, I want my partner to have a life. Like, yes, if you want to, work out or read books, or, maybe maybe you do social media things. Maybe you do that. Hang out with your friends, or go meet your family, go visit your parents. There's all kinds of hobbies, watch TV, play the game, watch your favorite movies. There's so many hobbies that a person can do, and it's like, I'm just seeing young people on social media. Well, I will say I've seen older people too, mostly young, but I've seen older women as well complain. I haven't heard, I text him and it been 5 hours. He haven't texted me back. I'm like, what? You must don't have a life. Like, how would I feel? I mean, I don't know how it feels to be a guy, but I can only imagine being a guy and having a girl be like, well, man, if you don't want me, then just tell me. And I'm like, what? Like, we probably had a dinner date yesterday. I'm busy today. I hit you up when I can because and all of a sudden the woman acting weird now. All because I didn't hit her up the next day? Are you serious? And I'm up here working. I'm hanging out with my friends. I got to go hit my parents up this evening. Or maybe I'm tired. Like we're human. We have the right to do what we want, right? Maybe I want to take a nap. But you're dating someone who just needs your attention all the time. And you say you're ready for marriage. I need my partner's attention all the time, but I really want marriage. Really? You will not last. I guarantee it. And if that's how a lot of people get married, then no wonder the divorce rates are sky high, because y'all are not ready at all. Not ready. And yeah, there are situations where a person cheat, whatever. But I'm the ones that's not with the cheating. So we're not going to talk about that today, but the ones that has nothing to do with cheating, you are not ready. Maybe one of you was, but you're not ready. And, it's a lot of women out here that's not even trying to self-improve. They're dating and so focused on the guy so much. They're not working out. They're not reading. They're just laying around thinking about the dude all day, texting him all day, calling him like, I don't know. I'm a woman and I have a headache for the men, because it's like, whoa. Like, geez. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I had my father growing up or whatever. But I don't know if it's like because they didn't have their dad kind of thing. I don't know what makes these women cling on so hard to these guys that they're dating, to the point where, you have to talk to them all the time. You have to text them back in a certain time frame and all this. Stop listening to social media so much. Stop listening to all this. Well, if he don't hit you back and this and this and this. Look, most people are going to weed themselves out anyway. I usually give it 6 months. Give it 6 months top. If a person not into you, he's going to go bye-bye anyway. That's just what it is. He's going to go bye-bye. He's either going to find someone else that he likes more, or either he's just going to stop texting and calling. And that shouldn't faze you at all. Because why? Because you're going to be doing your own thing. You're going to be working out. You're going to be watching stuff and having fun, or with your friends, or doing your career. You're going to be this happy person regardless who comes in your life. You're already happy. You're like, okay, this is me. I'm self-improving myself. Whoever comes along, hi. But hey, if you leave, okay, have a nice day. That's all it takes. You're not going to be thinking about, do he like me? Do he not? Do he like me? Do he not? You're not going to be obsessing about it. It's okay to like someone, but no, you're not going to obsess about it. You know, you're not going to chase. You know, you're not. And once a woman is happy, or even a guy, once you're self-improving yourself and you're happy, you're living your life, the people gonna come anyway. Any toxic people that come, you're gonna shut them off quickly. As soon as they get mad, they cuss you out or whatever, you're gonna, oh no, okay, have a nice life, and you're gonna move on, and you're not gonna accept them back. Block, move on, right? And whoever treats you good, okay, hi, you welcome them in. You know, they take you out, whatever. But you still understand that, okay, until we're committed, I'm still way over here, right? We're just dating. Nothing serious. And so you're not going to obsess about who else they're dating, what they're doing, why they haven't text back, why he haven't FaceTime. You're not going to be so obsessed with that because you already know, hey, until he propose, I'm still over here. I don't care what he says. He can say he love you or whatever. Nothing is gonna happen because you know it's not serious. So just take that into that account that most people are not even ready for marriage. So just take that into account that most people are not even ready. So like I said, I still stand firm. I still believe that people should wait later in life, at least 30, before even getting married, you know, things like that. Because it takes a whole lot that people don't realize what they're in for. It's way more than infatuation. It's way more than, you know, I just like being around this person. So just take that into account.